What's up, traders? This is Vee Trades, and today I'll be doing a technical analysis breakdown for AIRBNB with the ticker symbol ABNB. The last time I looked at this company was back on August 28th, so it has been a few weeks. This was a viewer's request, so thank you for your donation. Please read the description below if you'd like to see the services I provide. Before we begin, please take a second to give the video a like and subscribe for more chart analysis. I appreciate all those who have already subscribed and liked my videos. Just a reminder that this video is for entertainment purposes only. It does not constitute any financial advice. We will start out the technical analysis by going over what I see in the daily chart and potential price targets. Then we will take a quick look on the weekly chart to wrap it all up. So let's go ahead and put a vertical line on where I left off for this company, which is on the 28th. So it looks like it was the weekend, so I'm going to use the 27th. So in my prior analysis, I had this channel drawn, and pretty much we made a new high already at that point. As you can see here, we had this channel up and then a breakout side and moved to a new high because it's higher than this one. And then we sold off a little bit. This could have been the top of the sell-off, and we could have just got underneath the EMA, but it looks like price made another leg up, which is also expected because usually price action moves in two. So if we have a break of a channel, we can expect two legs up to a new high, and that's pretty much what we got. And I'm going to show you guys right now with the measured move. So I'm going to take the arrow, and we're going to drag it up right here. And if I drag it up, we came up short just a little bit of it, actually by a good amount, but this was also the two legs up right here. This was the first leg up right here, and if I drag it over, that's pretty much a perfect measured move. We had that test right here, and then we came back to test it again, so that's where we're seeing the sell-off right now. It looks pretty much like a double top, something like this. Let me just draw it out. It looks like something like that. So that could be a potential reversal point. I don't know yet, it's a little too early to call, but let's go ahead and put some channels on here. So I think this one could be in play right here, this channel. Let me go ahead and drag it up. So it looks like this channel is in play. It's not validated yet because there's only two touches on the lower side, and we do have two touches on the higher side, but a third touch would be more confidence for me to believe that this channel is validated. So we would need to see like a bounce over here. So in the coming weeks, I do expect a retracement back to this lower side of the channel and right back down to that 150 level, because that's where the breakout level was. Let's put a trend line right there. So this is what I'm talking about right here, this trend line. So as you can see, it was acting as resistance for quite a long time. Then we had this break outside, which was a trap. And then prices sold off, and then we slowly trended back up to those highs again, sold off, and then we pushed through it with this very large bar, came back to test it, and we found support and we trended higher. So at this point, since we're at the upper side of the channel and prices move from the upper side to the lower side and the lower side to the upper side, I'm pretty confident that we will at least pull back to that 150 level, especially since it's at the lower side of this potential channel that could be in play. It's at that 150 level, which was a potential breakout area, and looks like price would want to test it at least twice. And also we're getting far away from the EMA, so price action does not like to be far away from it for quite a long time. It can be far away from it for a good amount of time, but it doesn't like to be. It likes to be close to it. So we could pull back to that EMA and even exceed it. And also we just made that two legs up. We came up short on the measured move, so that wouldn't be a good sign if we continue lower. That would be a good sign for the shorts, since we missed the measured move. So it would seem like the market's weaker than it is. So that's what it would tell me if we start selling off from right here. And we did make that two legs up from the bottom of July. We had that first leg up and that little correction, and then the second leg up. So that's pretty much right where prices ended. So there's a lot of reasons telling me that we can go short, we can go lower, especially since it looks like it pulled back to this breakout level right here at that 166 level, 167 level. There was a lot of touches right here, and the price finally broke through it and slowly tried to trend back up to test it, because price action likes to test these breakouts. So that's pretty much my analysis on the daily chart. It looks like we're not gonna potentially see a huge sell-off. I mean, we could, especially since I do still see this channel that could potentially be in play. Let me go ahead and drag that over. So it looks like, oops, I didn't draw it correctly. Let's do that again. So it looks like we potentially still be in this downtrend channel right here, because price action was getting rejected by it for a few months. So since we had that first break outside of it, and we haven't really made that new low yet, and especially it was 2 legs up, so this could be the end of the channel uptrend. But we just gotta wait and see. We could potentially find support at a 152 level, or even break it and then make a new retest of that high. But as of right now, it looks like I don't think we're gonna continue higher. It doesn't really look like it. I mean, there's really nothing telling me that we can continue higher. I mean, is this channel in play right here? This yellow one. Let me change the color. Maybe. But the thing is, see how we're not going to this top side of it? So it's because this orange channel is acting as resistance, right? There's another pattern in play. So that's why we're not going to the upper side of it. And also, I don't think we're going to continue higher, especially since we have this horizontal line, this 166 level, that's a potential resistance zone. And we just made 2 legs up. So it's telling me the price that the uptrend has pretty much played out. That doesn't mean we won't continue higher without a correction first, but I do expect a pullback at the very least to the 150 level, and it would make sense because we pretty much touched the breakout level, retested it, found resistance, had that little red bar. We pretty much made 2 legs up to a new high of this spike in channel right here. We made 2 large legs up after a break of this channel. We're far away from the EMA. And this is us actually at the lower channel side. And also, the last but not least, it looks like prices want to retest this 150 level. It's not going to test it just once and continue higher. Price action likes to do it a couple times. See how many times it bounced off of this like 151 level on the bottom side, and then it finally broke down, came back to test again, and then found support right here. So probably wants to do it once or at least a couple times before continuing higher. But I do see us seeing a correction in the coming weeks back down to this 152 level. That's pretty much my analysis on the weekly chart. After we hit that target that I believe we can reach, what can we do? Are we going to sell back down to make a new low of this channel that prices haven't made yet? That's a possibility if we don't find any support right here. Or if we do find support, could we trend back up, maybe back up to the 175 level? That's a possibility too. But I don't know, it could go either way, but we just have to wait how it reacts around this level right here, which I believe prices could reach. But if it doesn't, then maybe this yellow channel is in play, but I don't think it is. There's a lot of reasons telling me to go short, and I'm going to stick with what the technicals tell me. But other than that, that's pretty much my analysis on the daily chart. So let's go ahead and take a look at the weekly chart. Oh yeah, I also forgot to mention that I like looking at the daily chart, especially for this company, because all the price bars pretty much fit in the single chart if I just zoom out a little bit. So that's pretty much all the price bars since it IPO'd. So I like to just keep the chart zoomed in, you know, looks and see the whole picture. So that's a really cool feature since we don't have a lot of price bars printed yet. So let's go back on the weekly chart. So what I see in the weekly chart is that pretty much prices made a triple bottom. So this was a double test of this low right here back in December 2020. It tested it once, tested it twice. If price action does something twice and it fails, so it tried to go down twice, try to go down here, and then it went back up and try to go down again. If it fails, it's most likely to do the opposite, which it did right here, continue higher. So what can prices do? So it looks like we could reach this 175 level if we do continue higher in that yellow channel. But I believe we're probably going to pull back in the short term, especially since it looks like there's a gap right here. See how we closed at that 158 level and then open back at that 159 level. There's a gap right here. There's no overlap right here. So it looks like prices could pull back right here, fill in the gap back to that 152 level, find some support at the EMA, and then potentially reach it. But if it doesn't, then look what happens. Prices went up once and then twice. So it could be a trap for the longs and for us to continue lower. We just gotta wait and see. That's way ahead in the future and too early to call and tough to judge. It's just too early. You gotta see more price actions, right? More price bars printed to the chart. But from right now, what it looks like is we could pull back to that 150 level, the low 150 level, fill in this gap, find some support or resistance at the EMA, and then continue higher or lower. So that's pretty much my analysis. I don't expect us to sell off all the way back to these lows just yet, and I don't expect us to continue just trending higher right now. I do expect with high probability, in my opinion, that we will pull back at the very least, probably back down to the 150 level. So that's pretty much my analysis for Airbnb. If the viewer has any more questions, please leave it in the comment down below. And thank you for stopping by and checking out my video. Make sure to check out the rest of the channel since you might be surprised on what you can learn. Leave a comment down below on where you think prices are headed. Also, share the video if you want your friends to learn about the markets. Lastly, I appreciate any feedback to help improve the channel since we want to deliver great content to you guys. See you next time, and bye.